Chef Des coming at you from my kitchen again, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make chicken fried rice. This is one of my favorite Chinese takeout dishes that you can easily make at home. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to heat up a large pan. You can use a big wok as well. I just want to do it in a pan just to show you, you don't have to have a wok to make this. And we're just going to heat this up on medium-high heat. We're going to add a couple teaspoons of canola oil, and then we're going to beat 2 large eggs. And one of my favorite eggs I like to use for chicken fried rice are Country Golden Yolks. Country Golden Yolks are free-range eggs since 1989, and they're locally owned and family-run in the beautiful Fraser Valley. So let's take 2 of these eggs, and we'll put them in a measuring cup. Doesn't have to be a measuring cup, I'm just using that so you can see them. A little mixing bowl is fine. Look at those beautiful yolks. And we're just gonna beat them up. All right, once that pan is hot, just move that oil around, and we're gonna add those 2 beaten eggs. Now, working quickly, you wanna cook that up and breaking up the eggs into little tiny bits, just for about 30 seconds only. It won't take very long at that medium-high heat. Then we're gonna add about 340 grams of fresh chicken, either chicken breast or chicken thigh, and I have it cut up into little tiny bits. That's about 3/4 of a pound. We're gonna season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. And you wanna cook this for about 2 minutes, just until the chicken is mostly cooked. I'm using chicken breast today, and you will see, it will tell you when it's cooked because it turns white. Just keep stir frying it constantly. Wok cooking, even in a large pan, is always higher heat. It's hot and fast. So you really gotta work fast, have all your ingredients prepped ahead of time before you start your pan, and then just cook. That's one of the great things about wok cooking. You can have a great quality meal at your table in very little time. All right, when you look at the chicken, you can see that it's mostly cooked. You'll still see a few bits that are still raw, but the majority of it is cooked. So we can move on to the next step. This is still gonna have a little bit of a cooking process to go, so we're not worried about that at this point. What we're gonna add now is 2 more teaspoons of canola oil, a 1/2 cup of minced onion, 1 small carrot, small dice, that's about 1/3 of a cup, and a tablespoon of freshly minced ginger. And stir that in, and you're gonna cook that for about 2 minutes. You can really smell the onion and the ginger coming out now. And now that we have the carrot in there, you can really see the colors coming together. And speaking of color, we're gonna add 1 cup of frozen peas, and this is really gonna make the dish pop. We're just gonna stir that in quickly. Then 4 cups of cooked rice that has been chilled in the fridge. I usually make it the day before, or if I happen to have some leftover rice, that's when I decide to make chicken fried rice. To that, we're now gonna add the garlic. That's about 3 cloves of minced garlic, and we're gonna stir that in. Now, wok cooking, as I mentioned, is always hot and fast, really hot. So I didn't want to put the garlic in earlier with the onion. That's when it's normally added in a dish, is with the onion. But I didn't want the garlic to burn, because if garlic burns, it tastes bitter, and that's just gonna ruin the whole dish. So I instead add the garlic with the rice, so it has less chance of burning with all that volume of cold rice in there. We'll let that cook for about a minute. Okay, we're gonna make some seasoning now for this. What I have here is 1 teaspoon of chicken broth paste. It's like chicken broth has been condensed down, reduced down to paste form. This is the most popular brand you can find at major grocery stores, better than bouillon, but there's lots of varieties out there. It gives you that concentrated chicken flavor without adding too much liquid. I'm gonna mix these 2 together. This is 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. So I'm just gonna take a little whisk. Because those are the thickest, I'm gonna mix those 2 up first, make sure they're fully combined, and then add a couple tablespoons of soy sauce, and stir that together. This is really gonna add a lot of flavor to our chicken fried rice. Let's just drizzle it in. And what's gonna give it some really great color is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground turmeric. Now we're gonna stir that in. Oh, beautiful, look at this. Fantastic. Bringing all those flavors together. Look at the nice colors that we have happening in there. You can see the beautiful eggs, the peas, the carrots, and that turmeric really has changed the appearance of this dish altogether. Okay, I'm gonna bang off the heat now. How we're gonna finish this is 1 tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of sesame oil, and about 4 green onions sliced. And you're just gonna stir that in. Again, this is off the heat. We're just using the residual heat from the pan. We're gonna stir that in until that chunk of butter has fully melted. There it is there. Still gonna stir a little bit more. All right, time for plating. Oh, it smells unbelievable. So good. Yeah, look at that rice. That is fantastic. Restaurant quality chicken fried rice right in your own home. My recipes demand great ingredients like the greatness in Country Golden Yolks, free range and organic eggs. Make sure you check out the website at countrygoldenyolks.com. And this is Chef Des signing out. Where are you getting your protein from?